2026 is coming, and it is New Year's resolution time. Now, I know, everybody thinks resolutions are stupid. Everybody goes to the gym, gets a membership, 2 weeks later, they're all gone. They all fell off the wagon. That's not important. What's important is they wanted to change. The problem was, there's a few basic rules to help make this work better. I'm going to cover 5 rules here. First up, make changes small. Now, if you said, starting tomorrow, for the rest of my life, I'm going to go to the gym every day, and you're a person who's never gone to the gym before, and now it's a 20-mile drive to the gym, you may do it a couple of times, and then you are going to quit. There's a lot of friction. This requires a lot of effort to get up, get dressed, go to the gym, spend an hour there, 2 hours, you're going to quit. A low friction version would be, I'm going to start working out. And you roll out of bed on the floor, right there next to your bed, and you start doing some push-ups and you do sit-ups. You do a little bit every day. You do some jumping jacks. Took me a couple minutes. I was right there anyway. Very minimum. Now, 6 or 8 months down the line, after you've established a pattern, maybe we can take a bigger step, like buying some equipment or going to a gym. But that's a separate step after we've developed the habit. Another part of this, small steps. For example, if you want to change your diet. I could just go wholesale change. I am going Mediterranean diet tomorrow. I've never eaten Mediterranean before. I don't really like fish. I don't really care for olive oil. That's not gonna stick. I'm gonna quit that plan in a week because it's high friction. Changes need to be very small. Here's an example. Coca-Cola, Coke Zero. Simple change. I'm going to stick as close to my normal daily routine as possible, and I'm going to make a minor change. You're like, but it's just a Coke. You're right. But let's think this through for 1 second. There's a big asterisk with this. Normally, when people make a change, like I drank a Coke Zero, they're like, I did good. I think I can eat a cookie. Not working. Okay? It needs to be the same. What you did before, eat exactly the same thing. Don't do anything different. No extras, nothing. Just swap the Coke. Okay? One simple move. Now the question is, does that make a difference? So, I knew you were going to ask this. So what I did was I went out to one of those daily calorie needs calculators. You put in how much activity you do in a day, your weight, your height, your age, and it spits out a number. This is how many calories you need. Okay? I'm 49. I'm 5'8". If I weighed 250 pounds and put that I was moderately active, it says I need 2,714 calories a day. If I put in that same calculator, the same height, the same age, I said I'm moderately active, but only weigh 160 pounds. It says I need 2,150 calories. So between me being a 250 pound man and me being a 160 pound man is a difference of 550 calories. If you go to 7-Eleven and you get a Coca-Cola Big Gulp, 44 ouncer, that is 540 calories a day. Literally swapping a Coke for a Coke Zero every day is a difference of 90 pounds in your weight. Now, it's not going to be fast. You're not like dropping pounds every week. You're not doing. This is a sustainable, long-term plan. Very small change. You do it, and you keep consistent. Now, I've been trying to live this. I've made several small changes. I swapped Coke for Coke Zero. I swapped fried chicken for air-fried breaded chicken. That changes calories by 100. I've changed from plain white bread to a carb balanced bread. Trims off about 50 calories, but I still eat my French toast. I still eat my sandwich. I just shifted this a little bit. And it's worked. I've maintained it for over 6 months. I'm down about 40 pounds. Because my diet did not change. My daily habits, what I eat when I go home, stayed the same. Lower the effort of the change, and you'll stick with it longer. Okay, the second rule to making your New Year's resolution take hold this year. You need to design your changes around routines that you already do, like triggers. So, one of the things I'm working on is my smile. I want to learn to smile more, or smile better. I want to exercise these muscles. And so I learned to associate this exercise routine with my face with an activity, such as driving or take a shower. Every time I take a shower, I can do my face exercises for a couple of minutes. Another example of this would be, I want more personal development time in my life. Okay, you look at your day. Oh, every day I go for a walk. Every day I drive in my car. Think, every time I do this, I can also do this. Every time I go for a walk, I can listen to an audiobook. The third challenge of any New Year's resolution is finding the time. We all have kids, we have jobs, we have other activities in our life, we're crazy. Finding time for any change is difficult, and if you don't have the time, you're gonna quit. So you need to find things in your day that you can double up. A couple examples. Personal development books. If you drive in your car and you work out, throw in an audiobook. Listen to it. Learn while you do something else. This is what goes back to what I said earlier. When I'm taking a shower, I do face exercises. I'm there anyway in the shower. I do the facial exercises. Double it up. You're gonna cook anyway. You still need to eat. Cook healthier. That's an easy one. You need to do changes anytime you can in your life that do not require additional time. You need to find time in your current life where you can fit it in with something else you're already doing. The fourth step to making this more successful this year, you need to measure. You will stick to any plan when you feel you are making progress. As soon as you feel you're not making progress, you're going to say, what's the point? And I know the first thought is, I weigh myself. I get on the scale. Good. That's a single measure. But you need more measures. Because if you start working out, you can lose fat. You can eat more carbs and gain water weight. The scale says nothing. You could gain muscle. The scale says nothing. When you have a single point of measure, because there's all these variables, your water, your muscle, your fat, different times of the month and day, all of these things are all variables. And so you can look at the scale and it not be moving. But if you measure enough things and you're doing the work, you will find progress. I go to the gym every day and I lift weights. I'm lifting weights. The scale doesn't move, but maybe my body fat percentage changed. Maybe I gained muscle and lost fat. Maybe I'm at the gym and I'm running and the scale says I am not losing weight, but my VO2 max went up. My resting heart rate went down. My waist measurement got smaller. There are like 50 data points on how to measure your physical fitness. The scale is just one. If you are dedicated to only looking at the scale and the scale doesn't budge, you're going to quit. You have to create enough data points. We're going to give you another example. Content creation. If you create content and you only look at how many subscribers you have, that number may not move. It might not move. But you can look at your other stuff and go, how many views did I get per individual video? Maybe that's getting better. How many comments did I get? How long did people watch the video for? What is the click-through rate? There are numerous other ways you can measure progress other than this single point. So if you want to make a change stick, you need to measure as many things as you can think of related to that topic. Because when times get tough, they will get tough, you need to be able to find your progress. It will show up in some number. If you are doing the work, the results will show up. Rule number 5, and this is an important one. You need to change your internal messaging. And I will give you a quick example. I'm sticking with weight because it's the most common New Year's resolution. If you state, I want to lose 50 pounds. Okay, fair goal. You lose some weight. I want to lose 40 pounds. I want to lose. At some point, maybe you reached it all and you stop being a person that wants something. Or you just, you forget about it, whatever. It fades off. But let's just say you lost 50 pounds and you are no longer a person that wants to lose weight. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to gain weight back. You just are. You're going to still fall out of the habit at some point. You need to change your internal messaging. Do not say, I want to lose 50 pounds. Be the person that says, I am the person that works out every day. I am the person that records content every day. So, with these 5 little changes, very small steps, this year, your resolutions can stick.